Damiano Palmegiani, and I'm from Surrey, British Columbia.
Las cosas pasan ahí. No, aquí que me han demostrado que son unos caballos jugando pelota, ahora le tienen miedo a la bola.
Baseball is deeply entwined within the Venezuelan sports scene, boasting the third highest percentage of big league players. For its part, Canada ranks fifth. Damiano Palmegiani hopes to raise the ranks of both nations should he eventually reach the major leagues.
Situation was getting kind of weird, not yet at that time extremely bad, but always had the idea, well, to give, how can give a better life to our kids, better life to our families. So we applied for Canadian residence, and we got it, and we moved.
Damiano was just 4 when the family left the Venezuelan capital of Caracas, settling in Surrey, British Columbia.
I was young, so I didn't really understand what exactly the end goal was. It was just an adventure with my sister and my parents to me, and you know, I can be prouder of where I ended up growing up and the country that I represent now.
When we registered him in baseball as a T-ball as soon as we get in Canada. A few years later, baseball was his passion, and he actually was the one who defined that, and he say, is baseball what I want to do forever and for life.
The young man built his dream around baseball and began stacking up accolades. In 2017, he was selected to join Canada's national junior team. The following year, Palmegiani was drafted by the Blue Jays in the 35th round, but he decided to go to college instead.
As much as I wanted to, because it was the Blue Jays and it was probably one of the cooler moments of my life, I knew that the situation of, you know, late round pick, and I knew myself personally, like mentally as well, I knew that I needed a little bit more, I guess, seasoning. It was a really difficult decision, but I knew I had to bet on myself.
But the odds of a future in baseball began to look remote as he struggled through a challenging freshman season.
I just wasn't performing. I was working hard, but I didn't know how to piece it all together. And, you know, I definitely gave up on myself after that year. It took me a summer and a whole other fall the next year to really find my footing and regain that confidence that I am the player I can be.
We're thrilled to be here at the Balco Theater in Denver.
With the 14th pick in the 2021 draft, the Toronto Blue Jays select Damiano Palmegiani.
The Jays kind of just fell into my lap, and it was, you know, it was almost like storybook. Like, it worked out in exactly the way I hoped in my mind.
Being the Blue Jays, the only Canadian team in the MLB, being Canada now our country, so we feel like now we can keep cheering for our Toronto Blue Jays team. We can keep honoring our maple leaf and our Canadian flag. And yes, that was a very, very emotional day for that.
We are on the board, 1-0, good guys. I'm playing first. I only need 20 feet.
Palmegiani has made a steady climb through the Blue Jays system and finds himself one phone call from a dream that began 20 years ago and 7,000 kilometers away.
6 years ago, you appeared on Blue Jays Central as part of the junior journey. What would that kid think of where you are now?
I think he would be shocked at the road that it took to get here. Definitely from the moment after high school till now, I think a lot of steps were taken and a lot of paths were decided on that weren't what I thought they were going to be. But when I sit here now in front of you, and if I were to, you know, talk to me 6 years ago today, I think he would be extremely, you know, proud of you know, I guess where I am now, and hopefully I can say the same 6 years from now.
Damiano Palmegiani, a guy with big power.
He's starting to put himself on the radar as someone who could be a factor for the Blue Jays maybe next season.
Have you thought about what your parents are going to go through if you end up getting promoted to the major leagues?
Yeah, they've been with me every step of the way. every game, every practice, every day when I talk to them about it, they're as invested in it as I am. So it's probably going to be a pretty emotional day for both of them, and a very happy day.
It's strong. It's watching your kid fulfill a dream.
Have imagined that day several times, and I feel emotional just to think about that. But not only for me, it's just because it's gonna be for him, how hard he has worked his whole life for that. And I will be happy and glad that we support him during that process. And I know that that is something that is his goal.